Hey there fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and recently I was sent a question asking if the made in the US or made in Canada or made in Germany makes a difference if I put it on my product. And I'll be honest with you, it depends. It depends on what the connotation is for that made in label. For example, if you say something's made in Germany, well, if it's an engineering product, that kind of stereotype of Germany and German, efficiency really works. It really helps. If I say designed in Italy, you're like, ooh, he's gonna look good, right? You have these kind of things out there that are associated with the made in label, all right? Now, that's one thing you want to think about in the first place. If you're going to really promote it, like you have to put where it's made, but if you're going to promote like made in the USA, why would you do that? Well, made in the USA, if you're selling in the US, has that patriotic kind of thing. People are like, oh, I'm helping out my local businesses. You can get that. But if you're from another country coming into the US or coming into another country, you really have to look at the perception of that country in the eyes of the people of the country you're going to be going to, and also where they are. So what I look at it, for example, made in Canada. If you're in the US, no one thinks anything bad about Canada. Like, oh, you got great beer, you got maple syrup, you got poutine, you got awesome hockey, you got some really cool stuff. It's beautiful up there. So there's a positive vibe about Canada. But the thing is if you're gonna put it on a product, well, where is it gonna help you? Well, if it's like consumer, like it's like food and drink, oh, that could be a good thing. But if it's, if it's clothing, does it matter? No, probably not. All right, so that's one thing you need to think about. Another thing you need to think about is the kind of closeness you are to that country. So for example, Canada versus the US, the made in Canada kind of label means a lot more to people that are in Michigan and upstate New York that are by Canada. They might go shopping over there. It's like, yeah, I know there's a difference that's out there. They have that, they know that, but we're down here in Georgia and made in Canada, I mean, they're like, you guys make snow? Like, it doesn't have the same kind of impact. So when you're looking at using the made in a certain country, made in a certain place label, you really have to think about the perception people have about that country, the products you're gonna make, and the places you're gonna be using it, okay? Like how close they are, because that will influence how they perceive the country as well. So what you really need to think about, remember, is what is the perception that that country has in the eye of the country you're gonna be shipping to or selling in. Also, think of the overall reputation of that country and that type of product, that industry that product is in. That's going to influence it. So there's those things there, but also the proximity to the border. If it's a neighboring country, closer you are to the border, the more it probably means to people. So these are things you really have to think about. And also, you can ask your customers. You'll see if it makes a difference or not just by talking to them. Because honestly, the most important thing that's going to get people to buy is your value proposition. The reason why people should buy. It doesn't matter if it's made in Canada if it doesn't taste good, right? If it tastes good, great, I'll eat it. It doesn't matter where it's from. But if it's gonna help, because, oh, Canada, it's maple syrup, oh, it tastes good, and it's from Canada, that makes it really good, this is gonna kind of work more to your benefit, all right? So just something to think about when you're thinking about, should I put made in America, or made in Canada, or made in Mexico, or made in Germany? Just some things you really should consider. So I hope this helps you out, and until next time, bye from here in Savannah, Georgia.